It's deep in March, and the state of Michigan is all over this madness. Fair State on the ice and Michigan State on the basketball court. All three teams tried to advance to the Elite Eight this weekend. Let's start off on the ice, where the number 2 seed Fair State take on the number 3 Colgate in Cincinnati, Ohio. Jared Mayhew with the putback right here, if you see it, he drops in the back of the corner to go up 1-0 against the Colgate. Fair State defense held on pretty strong to take on a 1-0 lead and advance to the Elite Eight, and they'll take on either Wisconsin or North Dakota. One advance, and the other one is trying to keep pace with the other. In New York City, the number 4 seed Spartans take on the number 1 seed Virginia. Surprisingly, the Spartans are a slight favorite against the ACC champs. This game with the late start, but as you can see, Sparta is up 8-7 in the first half. The winner advances to the Elite Eight to take on the UConn Husky, who beat the number 3 seed Iowa State. Michigan returns to Indianapolis, where this city hasn't been so kind to them, losing last year to Louisville in the national championship game, and this season to Michigan State in the Big Ten championship game. This time, a different result. Despite losing a 15-point lead to Tennessee, they were able to hold on in the final seconds to advance to the Elite Eight, winning 73-71. Senior Jordan Morgan leads the Wolverines with 15 points.
So pleased to get this win. Certainly was a lot of drama at the end, but we've had a lot of that this year, and win is a win.
We shoot a lot of threes, but we kind of find right spots and the time to shoot the three. So we did a good job picking our spots and hitting open shots. We work on it a lot in practice, so it's only right to go out there and shoot them in the game.
Now the Wolverines can sit back and watch Kentucky versus Louisville to see who they might see on Sunday in the Elite Eight. I know the Wolverines want another crack at the Cardinals. Louisville's up 16-5 early in the first period. Miguel Cabrera joins the money team as Miggy and the Tigers agreed to an 8-year deal worth $248 million, which is added onto his 2-year deal still with the Tigers, which brings it to a total of $292 million. This is the biggest contract in American sports history. The deal also includes 2 separate $30 million investing options that can bring it up to a 12-year deal, and check this out, it brings a total to $322 million. This can make Miguel Cabrera a Tiger for life.
Last 3 years we've been in the playoffs. It's going to be a great team for many years to come. They make you feel comfortable here. They make you feel like this is your house, this is a place you want to be. I love to play in Detroit. I want to be part of Detroit family for a long time. And we want to win a World Series from Detroit. That's our goal. We want to make it happen, and we're going to work for that.
The Tigers finished up the Grapefruit League this weekend against the Tampa Bay Rays, beating them 6-3. They finished 15-12. Opening day is Monday against Kansas City Royals. The Bad Boys returned to the Palace tonight for the 25th anniversary celebration. Most of the 1989 championship team was there in the Palace tonight. Key people missing: Dennis Rodman and former coach Chuck Daly, who passed away in 2009. And after honoring the champs, it was a game to be played, and the Pistons looked bad awful. LeBron James, deep from 3 here, put him up by 19 points. And look, check out this poster play by Chris Bosh. Whoa, that's a Sports Center top play. The Pistons looked pretty bad as they lost to the Miami Heat 110-78. Isaiah Thomas should have laced up tonight and maybe gave the Pistons a shot. And this Vance going, we have weather next. Grand Rapids men and young boys are making a CD, and they're getting their inspiration from their special guest conductor, Richard Webster. If you don't believe in a higher power, maybe these men and young boys will change your mind. These voices were sent to bring peace and joy to everyone. You wouldn't think boys this age would sing like this, but these voices would change your mind. The Grand Rapids Choir of Men and Boys are recording a CD. 14-year-old Luke Vanderkoy believe their song can have a positive effect on people's lives.
Yes, that is what I strive for. As a chorister, that is what I want to strive for. Not to make people cry, but to get them to know the feeling and the warmth that we bring to them.
Their guest conductor, Richard Webster, can use some extra warmth and comfort.
Back to the marathon day.
Mm-hmm. Well, but the fact that I
have recently been through personally witnessing the trauma of the Boston Marathon terror attack.
Boston Richard Webster was running a marathon and finished the race 2 minutes before the first bombing went off.
You didn't know what was going on, but you knew it wasn't good, and then the second blast occurred, and then you knew that it was some sort of terror attack. And stretchers and medical people came out of nowhere, and they're careening all around trying to get to the injured. And it was a scene of incredible chaos, and what I witnessed was pretty devastating. So I have to say that God spared me, and being a deeply religious person, I believe that God has plans for me, and that I intend to honor them with as much grace and humility and resolve as I can muster.
I'm sure that on some songs he's trying not to cry on the outside, but he's definitely crying on the inside.
If you don't believe that music can heal you, take it from Richard Webster. If you ever feel down and looking for comfort and peace, try giving music a chance. Now, Richard Webster said the church he attended and as the choir director was closed for 10 days because it was part of the crime scene. He also stated that coming to help this men and young boys choir is helping him through the tough times. Students can have a friendly relationship with teachers during school. It's when the relationship is taken off school ground is when it can become a problem. The two schools in Grand Rapids Public School District are dealing with this problem now. With a mother who's really concerned about what is going on in her son's class.
Shocked me. She doesn't come across as that kind of a person at all.
Denise Richardson's son is a student at University Prep Academy, and one of his teachers has been accused of having inappropriate conduct with some of her students.
I don't believe it with this teacher. But the fact that there's several of them, I'm curious to know what is going on. Yeah.
The letter stated several students complained about inappropriate conduct with the same teacher. The Grand Rapids superintendent called them such severe allegations, the district had to call the police. When Denise read this letter from the school, she reached out to 24-Hour News 8, wanting to bring awareness to this issue.
The teacher has been removed and placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation.
24-Hour News 8 went to an address for the accused teacher. We tried to speak to a man who was home, but he refused.
Excuse me. I mean, you don't even know what I'm asking you about.
No, this comes just as another school had to send home a similar letter, this time involving younger children. Sherwood Park has kindergartens through 8th grade. Target 8 confirms police arrested paraprofessional Kevin Dingle. The prosecutor office is charging him with several counts of criminal sexual conduct. We went to this address listed in the court documents for Dingle. A neighbor said it's Dingle's father's home.
Mr. Dangle!
No one would talk to us. Now, the teachers haven't been fired from the district yet, but have been sent home for the rest of the semester. We'll keep an eye on this story and give you updates to when they go to trial. Teen pregnancy is becoming a huge issue in America, but should teens who are pregnant not be allowed to show their bellies in the yearbook? White Cloud High School believes they shouldn't have their bellies in the yearbook, and that is why these two teens reached out to 24-Hour News 8.
We tear up. I was trying to hold it back because I didn't want everybody to ask me why I was crying and stuff.
Deanna Harris was sitting in her classroom yesterday when a student called her into the hall.
She's like, we have to retake this picture. And I was kind of confused. I was like, what was wrong with it? And she's like, well, the yearbook teacher told me that you couldn't have your belly in the picture, so you have to retake it.
Deanna was taking a picture with a few friends inside a truck in the school parking lot.
It's not like I was holding my belly. I wasn't promoting it in any way.
Neither
it was
were
just a full body picture.
Kimberly Haney and her boyfriend were voted most likely to get married. Were in the middle of taking their picture and was told by a staff to change their pose because it showed her butt.
And it made me really upset too, and I went to the bathroom and cried.
Kimberly spoke to the principal, and he told her that showing her belly in the yearbook will promote teen pregnancy.
What's the difference of letting me walk for graduation, letting me walk around the school? It's the same thing.
The superintendent refused to be on camera, but he did agree with the two young ladies that there was no difference. But he wants to keep the parents happy and not complaining. He also does not want to create a problem in the community.
Like, this is our yearbook to remember our high school days. And this is the biggest part of my high school.
Yeah.
The superintendent said he's going to stick by his policy and not allow them to show their bellies in the yearbook. The two teams have decided they will not retake the pictures for the yearbook unless their bellies are included.